I was texting with my dad and talked to him just a little bit ago and told him about the dish that I made and about how delicious it was. It was my first time attempting to do a Thai dish, although I did do an Indian dish about a week and a half ago or so. And oh my gosh, that turned out delicious as well. Man, I love my cooking. I gotta say, like, it feels like I'm anointed to do it. Like, and what's crazy is I didn't used to like to cook, but there was a whole bunch of things about me that's different now. I didn't used to like to cook because I would have to clean, and I didn't want to clean. I didn't feel like cleaning pots and pans and freaking washing plates and forks. I didn't feel like doing all that. So therefore, I was lazy. To be point blank, like, I was lazy. I didn't want to stand there. I didn't want to cook. I saw it as work, a chore. But now I see it as pleasure. Like, I take pleasure and enjoyment out of cooking my meals and out of eating the things that actually grow from the earth and not what was born upon the earth, because there's a complete difference. People want to give all kinds of excuses, man. But your excuses ain't gonna matter. No, your excuses ain't gonna matter. You can follow your wicked forefathers all you want. You can follow your parents and your grandparents and all the knowledge that they passed down to you from generation to generation to generation. As for me, it stops with me. And even though I ain't got no kids, and I don't plan on having no kids, but I choose to follow the Almighty Creator, the one that's the complete opposite of the God of this world. Because the God of this world, the one that the majority of the world worship, he's mingled in with all the gods of the world. Mine's is outside of that. He ain't got nothing to do with them. My almighty power ain't give me no religion. I ain't no religion in knowing about the Almighty Creator. I ain't gotta have no religion to know that I was created. And it don't take no religion to know that it's wrong to shed blood. It's religion that's kept us bound to flesh and blood rituals, destroying our temples in ignorance, literally in ignorance, because we don't know no better. I know I didn't know no better. I beat myself up all the time, wishing that I had known this a lot sooner. You know, I hate that I went 40 plus years of my life in ignorance when it comes to what goes into my temple. We're taught a lot of wicked things in this world. It upsets me. It truly upsets me. But it's like, no wonder. No wonder why I was so different. No wonder why I never fit into this society. I didn't know why I was such an oddball. I ain't know why I was so peculiar and told all of my life that they ain't never met nobody like me. I mean, you know, people tried to put me in boxes. People tried to stigmatize me and put me in a category, but they couldn't. And that annoyed people about me. It rubbed people the wrong way because I didn't fit into their category of what they have constructed in their mind that I should be like. I was always the complete opposite of my outer package, you know? I mean, my body says one thing, but my attire speaks something completely different. And the way I carry myself, you know, I just am who I am, man. I'm just a being upon the face of the earth, a flesh and blood being, a vessel, a temple of the Most High, because I've chose to yield my temple to the Most High. Like, I've chose to yield my temple to the Spirit of truth and live by the things that I've learned. Not many people will want to do that. Like, you know how hard it was to stop masturbating? Let me just keep it 100% real. You know how hard it was to stop sexual immorality? You know, man, that was a beast. It really was. I didn't think I would ever stop. I you know, for so long, I wish that I had never even experienced an orgasm. It was so difficult to overcome that urge, you know. We know what it is. You know, you get horny. And, you know, for me, Second Life, man, I'm a passionate type of person. You know, I'm a passionate being. So I was able to put that passion into my style and how I carried myself and all of that. How I talked to the girls on there. You know, and how I was able to portray my avatar, how I wanted to look. You know, so that, man, to me, that was heaven. That was heaven, because my body never matched who I felt I always was on the inside. That nobody wanted to see. That everybody freaking ignored who that person was, you know, behind the freaking outer shell. Like, I guess that's what tripped people out. Is because I didn't act according to my outer shell. Like, naturally, I was just always different. You know, I know that there's people out there that want to judge me. I know there's people out there that be like, oh no, you're wicked. Look at the way you're dressed. You're not supposed to wear men's clothes, and, you know, you're not supposed to wear boxers. You know, you should have a bra. You know, these things, I don't own a bra. You know, I get binders. Yeah, I wear binders. I'll admit that. You know, I don't own a bra. I'm going to talk about things that may be uncomfortable for some people, but I want to keep it 100% real on this channel. It may be hard for some people to listen to the things that I got to say. This is not for children. This is an adult channel. And I'm going to keep it real. I don't own any panties. All my underwear is straight boxer briefs. You know? If you want to say that I'm not righteous because of that, yet I'm not engaging in any kind of sexual activity, there's things that I was doing that the Father told me to stop doing. Like packing. And if you don't know what that is, you know, look it up. It doesn't have anything to do with a gun. You know? I did that, but the Most High told me to stop that. I wasn't allowed to continue to do that. I felt it in my spirit, and that's how the Most High communicates. Believe it or not, that's, you know, He communicates from within us. You know, it's not an audible voice. You don't hear anything. I didn't hear no audible voice out of thin air. You know, I didn't see no apparitions. But we know within ourselves, we hear that small, still voice. At least I started hearing it when I started being quiet. When I started drowning out the noise of this world and actually having time to myself without being on a virtual world. You know, there had to have been something that piqued my interest that took me away from that. And you want to know what it is? It was coming across that information that we're the true Israelites. Because, you know, I've always had all these questions. Like, why do my people go through what they go through? Like, why is our life so much harder? Why are we told that we have to work twice as hard? You know, I grew up with that and told to just deal with it. And man, they used to irk the crap out of me. It used to irritate me. You know? So you can't answer my question, but I'm just supposed to get with this system. I'm just supposed to get with this program and just fall in line. Well, I bucked against that, and so I got looked down upon by my family, you know, like I'm just lazy and irresponsible and all of these negative terms and labels they want to put on me. But I've always been a creative being, you know, and I've always bucked against conformity to this world and to this society. I never knew why, and I never knew what my purpose was. Man, it's so crazy. It's something that's so easy for me to do, and something that I actually enjoy. And I've been told all my life at different points in my life that, you know, I'm a good speaker. You know, I've been told that, hey, you should be a DJ, you know, radio disc jockey, and all of this, you know. And I do like DJing, don't get me wrong, I can DJ, but see, at the same time, I'm gonna keep it real. I can't do what Dimitri can do. I ain't never learned the turntables, and I ain't never even learned how to use virtual DJ. You know, what I am good at though is I can make songs flow, you know, into one another and whatnot. But I know my music. You know, I have an ear for good music, and you know, it is what it is. This is a little bit about myself, you know. I ain't perfect, but at the same time, I ain't of this world, and I've always known that I was different. It's the Father that led me to start doing these videos. Yeah, I keep saying that. I know I keep saying that because it's the absolute truth. He had to remind me of things that he put within me, you know. But I had to clean my act up. There's things I had to change about myself. I couldn't just stay the same. I couldn't just do what I want to do and just ignore the spirit of truth that was convicting me on things. I was convicted on packing. You know, that conviction, you feel it. We all have felt conviction at one time or another. It's what we choose to do when we feel that conviction. Are we going to continue in, you know, doing what has been convicting us? For the longest time I did with sexual impurity because I just didn't think that I could ever break free of it. For once I thought I was happy. And I was in the virtual life, in all honesty. But my physical life was deteriorating. I was so big. I was so heavy. And I felt horrible in my body. But I was loving life in the virtual world, you know? At the same time, I started waking up to different things, different revelations, and certain things started resonating in my spirit, and I started studying, looking into information, and as it resonated within me, and I let it take a part of me, what was true, what I was learning through the spirit of truth, you know. And some things I let sit on the shelf for a while because I wasn't for sure, but at the same time I didn't outright reject it. An example: the true diet that the Father gave us in the beginning. I heard it once before through Earthman. I don't really remember his full name, but he goes by Earthman. Anyway, he broke it down through a whole bunch of books. It was a whole bunch of books on his video that he went through and he read. You know, it was from the pseudepigrapha and that's water, by the way. Anyway, so I found it interesting that same night, I found out that it wasn't Abel that killed a lamb and brought it to the Father as a sacrifice. Why would the Almighty Creator, the loving Elohim, creator of all life, demand for you to slaughter one of his innocent, beautiful creatures that he gave the breath of life to? Offer it up to him as a bloody sacrifice? I mean, we're so deceived. We were so deceived. You have absolutely no idea how deceived we were. Satan is like a freaking snake. He's a snake in the grass. He's a serpent. I mean, you gotta think about this. I know people don't want to think about this, but you gotta think about this. I mean, come on, bruh. The creator of all life, he gave us the breath of life. We all have the breath of life. We are all a part of the household of the Almighty. We're all a part of his household. He gave us all habitat. He gave us all food. He gave us all substance. And he blessed us all and said it was good. It was very good. And all of a sudden, he's going to change that. And you think he changed that because sin entered into the world. Well, how did sin enter into the world? Eve was deceived by the serpent that had her eat something that she wasn't supposed to eat. She ate of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. What that was, I'm not going to speculate, but what if it had something to do with her diet? What if she wasn't keeping the original diet that the Father gave to us? And I'm just saying, the Father don't change. He never changed the diet that he prescribed to us, that he gave to us, that he created for us. You know how many freaking living plants and edible freaking fruits and vegetables and grains and all kinds of things that we can eat upon the earth? We would never starve. There is so much we can eat and be nourished and be healed. It is the root cause of every single disease, eating flesh and blood. You are what you eat. You eat dead things, you die. Expect to die if you eat dead things. This is just common sense. It goes all the way back to the beginning. What did the Father create for us to eat? What did he create for us to eat? Didn't he give the same thing to the animals? Why in the hell would he change his mind and say that we can kill the animals now and then eat their dead flesh? And then nowadays, people are going to the freaking grocery store and buying freaking dead carcasses, and you have no idea how long it's been dead. They're injecting all kinds of toxins and chemicals in it to trick your mind into believing that it's fresh when it's anything but. You're literally eating rotting flesh, and you think it's okay. And then you have the audacity to fix your mouth to ask the Most High to bless it. It's no wonder he put our wicked asses in captivity. It's no wonder why the Israelites went through the crap that we've been through. It's no wonder why he allowed our babies to be fed to alligators. It's no wonder why he allowed all the atrocities to happen to us as a people. We were killing up all of his creation and then offering them up as a bloody sacrifice. Our people were wicked, and they didn't want to listen. They didn't want to hear the Creator. Every single prophet, he talked through every single prophet chosen of him to go to the priesthood, the Levitical wicked priesthood, pronouncing judgment upon them, begging them to stop, to cease from the wickedness, from the abominable thing that they were doing. It was abominable to be shedding the blood of the Father's innocent creation. And it was double abominable to consume the dead flesh thereof. You're eating the trauma of that living being that was alive, tortured, and murdered. Don't you know it's torture to know you're going to die? Just imagine all the negative emotions flowing through that animal. Imagine you locked in a cage with all your fellow beings around you, and you hear the screams down the hall. You see the blood, and you know that you're gonna be coming up next. Imagine the trauma all throughout your temple, all throughout your body. Because the animals have a temple too. Their body is their temple. It is the temple of the Most High. He dwells in the animals, just as he dwells in us. He dwells in his living creation. It's wicked to take their life and spill their blood. And it's double wicked to feast upon the dead flesh thereof. But Christians think they're so holy that they couldn't do no wrong. They think that their destination in heaven is sealed. They think that they're going to be right up there floating in the clouds with Jesus. I'm not trying to put nobody down, but Christians can be so freaking dogmatic. You wanted to call me dogmatic? I'm called dogmatic, but I'm not dogmatic anymore. Because none of us know everything. Religion will keep you dogmatic. Holding on to beliefs will keep you dogmatic. The Spirit of Truth has taught me about the knowing, about the inner man, about the inner being, the inner almighty power that dwells within me. I know that it is wrong to shed blood, and I know that it is wrong to consume the dead flesh thereof. You are what you eat. Everybody knows that. If you know that you are what you eat, why are you eating dead chicken legs? Why are you eating chicken legs? Why are you eating mutilated body parts? Come on, bruh. You're holding that chicken leg and you're sitting there eating on a dead freaking mutilated body part of a chicken, an innocent chicken that's done nothing to you, to the Most High, loved the Most High, loved his family, wanted to enjoy its life, her life upon the earth, wanted to continue to breathe the breath of life that the Father gave it. But no, you want to sit there and gnaw on his body parts. And the steaks, bruh. You don't even know if you eating cow. You have no idea what you're eating. You don't know if you're eating a piece of human. Wow. Them double numbers. I just see it. 1010. I've been keeping track of these triple numbers and double numbers, because I've been seeing them quite often. And I know that it's important today. Wow, I've seen it a lot. Yeah, I've seen it a lot today. This is like the 5th time. Oh, man. 12:12 a.m., 1:11 p.m., 3:33 p.m., 4:44 p.m., and just now 10:10 p.m. Yeah, I've been keeping track because it's so often. It's very, very often. At least twice a day, and 2 or 3 times a day. Sometimes once, but it's often. 4 times, 2 times, 5 times today. Wow. You know, we used to be taught, I used to be taught, that is wrong. Like, numerology is wrong and evil and wicked. You know, I was taught that astrology, the occult, the study of anything occultic is bad and evil, and stay away from it. Like, but that's ridiculous. Forbidden knowledge is what they try to label it as, but it's like hidden knowledge. It's forbidden by who? Who forbade us to have this knowledge, Like, who said, who put their stamp on it saying that, oh no, only we few can have access to this, but you can't? Like, that bothers me, man. That bothers me. Is like people try to like restrict you of what you can and can't read, and what you can or can't look into. Damn, how did I talk about so much in 29 minutes? Goodness sakes. Wow. Man, I tend to be an overthinker sometimes too. But I think I'm going to end it on there. I don't need this to be that long, 30 minutes is good. And that's what it is. It's about almost close to 30 minutes. So, I'll end it on that. Shalom.